with you. I still think about you. I still think about you. Tell me how you been. Crazy how you turned into a dub when I could have been 2 10s. Crazy how I still feel alone in the room with my whole crew. Damn. Can't.
Introducing the visiting team. At shooting guard, Joe Johnson. At the other guard, Baron Davis. At power forward, Kevin McHale. At center, Patrick Ewing. At the other forward position, Kevin Durant. The head coach of the visiting team is Brian Keefe. Let's meet the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Starting at center, 7'4", number 53, Mark Eaton. At guard, 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. At point guard, at 6'3", number 4, Joe Dumars. At forward, number 34, Paul Pierce. At forward, number 33, Larry Bird. The head coach of your home team, once again, the Boston Celtics.
Got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And now Washington's starting group. We've got Durant. Johnson is out there with Davis. Then it's Ewing, and it's McHale in at the power forward. And for Boston, Pierce out there with Bird. Then there's Brown. Then there's Dumars, and it's Eaton in at the center. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And so off the tip, it's Washington. Davis against Dumars. Offensive rebound. Durant. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Oh, the persistence on the glass. Durant's high motor on full display there.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Brown that time on the assist by Pierce.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
McHale misses. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Knicks in New York. Here's Bird. The rebound by Johnson. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside, Davis drains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Dumars, the basket right. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Durant against Dumars. It's Davis on the wing. 6 to shoot. Johnson from outside. Nailed from three-point land.
And Johnson, just great touch from outside. Love how quick that release is.
Left side, Brown. Over Johnson. Brown with the bucket. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Johnson, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Dumars, the pass to Pierce. Back to Dumars. Fires it up. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Brown kicks to Dumars. Brown against Johnson. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Three-pointer, Bird, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Here's Pierce. Patrick Ewing picking up that last basket. Good.
A true three-level scorer. Pierce can beat you anywhere on the floor.
Davis has the open look. And Boston with the rebound.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Hits it from three-point range. Pierce has got 5.
And when your mechanics are as strong as Pierce's, putting up a quick shot is not that hard.
KD finds Davis. Back to KD. Now Ewing. Inside. Here's McHale. And that's collected by Bird. To the middle. Eaton the pass to Pierce. Brown with it. And here's Dumars outside. Here's Eaton, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Washington shooting their first free throw tonight.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Now, here's Dumars. Scoreless thus far. Here's for 3. Nice D from Durant. Washington leading now by 5. Johnson outside. Releases. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 7 points in the game. Boston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. 43 seconds left to play in the first. Back to Bird. Three-pointer. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Bird's got 6.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
Celtics trail by 4. Outside, Pierce. Here's Dumars. And Ewing sends it back.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
And here's KD for three. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Washington leads by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
21.
Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Celtics trail by 4. We've got Brown. Bird is out there with Pierce. Then there's Dumars. And it's Eaton in at center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now, here is Bird. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. Durant up top, Pierce covering. Johnson, the pass to Ewing. Shoots over Brown. And the foul called on Kevin McHale. That is his first foul of the game. And Washington making a change here. Rivers checked in. Austin's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And here's Rivers following Larry Bird's 3. Here's Ewing. The rebound by the Celtics. Bird's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kicks it to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. It's Pierce on the wing. And it's sent back by KD.
And how about the reach of Durant? A terrific job of having that on display defensively.
McHale dishes to Durant. Back to McHale. Clock at 6. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by McHale. Rivers has got his first 2 points. Dumars the pass to Brown. Back to Dumars. And the layup's good off the glass. Dumars got his first basket of the night.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And we know the second night break of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
And Washington making a change here. Lambier's checked in. Now here's Durant. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. And so Bird will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Pierce in the high post. Pass to Dumars. Shot from the wing. Rebound, Washington.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 9 points.
And Johnson doesn't lack confidence attacking inside. I just love watching him go to work down low.
Shoots from 12. And Durant sends it back.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yes, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. A nice shot by Rivers. Celtics trail by 3. Dumars the pass to Eaton. Back to Dumars. over Rivers. Again, the Celtics good for two.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Rivers kicks to Johnson. Lambeer passes to Durant. Over Pierce. Katie, so efficient in there.
And with the right partner, Durant is an unstoppable force in that pick and roll. It's a very high percentage play when he's running.
Three-pointer, Bird. And it's Durant with the rebound.
2 minutes.
KD's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now the pass to Johnson. McHale left side. Outside, KD. Fires from deep. Durant nails the long-range three.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Bird against McHale. Here's Dumars. Here's Bird. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now here's Rivers. Johnson outside. The three. Drops in the tray. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Durant against Pierce. Pass to Dumars. From deep three-point land, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Dumars got out. Washington leading now by 4. Outside, KD. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Rivers. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Washington out in front, up by 4.
31. The away team, 35.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A stellar first half for Joe Johnson. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy. Kind of like Shaq Su.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston? And that should do it with the second.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What can you say? Joe Johnson, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
So on the floor for Washington, Ewing is out there with Kevin McHale. It's Durant. Then there's Johnson. And it's Davis in at the point. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%. So no doubt he's pleased with that.
So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different in so many ways. The players have gotten better, bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
And you can see the respect that the defense has for Davis's jumper. They just got a little too aggressive on that contest.
For Washington, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Boston trailing. Outside Dumars. And here's Bird for three. Kept alive by Boston. The shot's good from Eaton.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here is Davis. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Here's Ewing. It's blocked.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Washington calls timeout.
Away team. And your Celtics youth team.
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Devin Booker.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Davis kicks to Durant. Durant uses his size in close.
He's just too long and lanky. Durant can go through you or around on the inside.
Here's Bird. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Bird's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Davis with the bucket.
And we mentioned Durant's scoring ability often, but they're showing how good of a passer he can be.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Shot's good from Bird.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Johnson outside. Pass to Ewing. Just 5 to shoot. The three from KD. And Dumars pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Count it. Good. Dumars got 5 points in the quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Davis, the pass to McHale. Outside for Durant. That one falls. Coming off McHale's feet. Durant's got it all tied up now for Washington. Down low, stolen by Ewing. Here's Johnson to the inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Back to Bird. Over McHale. They get the rebound. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Washington calls timeout. Without question, Larry Bird displaying his skills today.
Well, the defense has not been able to slow him down inside. And until they offer some sort of resistance, just keep feeding him the ball.
And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. Taking a look at Washington. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins.
And seeing where Washington is, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
On the wing, George misses the 3. For Washington, they've gone an even 50% to the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8.
2 minutes.
KD passes to Cycling. Here's Barnett. Durant for 3. Kevin Durant, bullseye. Money on the 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to Bowen. 1:31 left in the third quarter of the game. Dumars, the pass to Bowen. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Dumars got his 5th assist in this one. The pass to Ewing. And here is Durant. Outside, Davis. Shoots it. It's tipped. Here's Bowen. The kick out to Dumars. Pass to George. For the lead. The rebound by Ewing. Washington's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's tipped. Passes it to George. Pass to Bowen. Rebound, Washington. KD's got 6 rebounds in the game. The 3 from Davis. Sinks the three-pointer. And now a 5-point Washington lead.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Washington out in front. They finish off the third quarter with a 13-5 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Bird out there with Chandler. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Pierce. And it's Brown in at the 2. That's the Boston 5.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, Mark Eaton.
Ewing right side. And there's the pass to Barnett. Shoots over Brown. Shot's good by Barnett. Barnett's got his first basket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Pierce. And it's Pierce with the jam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Davis kicks to Durant. Pass to Barnett. 6 on the shot clock. Over Brown. Barnett, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Bird finds George. Brown outside. Passes it to Bird. Off target with his 3.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
Davis dishes to Ewing, and Ewing slams it in.
Assist from
taking it to the rack with power, hammering down the two-hand slam. It's Pierce on the wing. Guarded by KD. Brown, good.
Lots of development work has gone into Brown's three-pointer.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Bullets. They lead by 4. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. McHale's checked in for Washington. Johnson comes in for Kevin Durant. Washington calls timeout.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch what Brian Keefe told his team during that break. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Brown against Johnson. Lets it go from the wing. Poked loose. That one's good. And the Washington lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Eaton.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And here's Davis for 3. And again, Washington, no good. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And it's Boston with another.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Outside, Ewing. Johnson, wide open, he fires. That's good, and Ewing with the assist.
And zero hesitation from Johnson. Whenever ISO Joe has a look, he's going to let it go.
Brown the pass to George. To take the lead. The kick out to Brown. The tray. It's rebounded by Ewing. Ewing's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint. And Patrick Ewing with the slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a bounce.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Dumars, he's checked in for the Celtics. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Washington calls timeout.
Celtics entertainment, everyone. Come on, make some noise.
Durant's checked in for Washington.
For Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
Back to Ewing. That's tipped. Dumars with it. He kicks it to Pierce. Pass to Brown. Back to Pierce. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 14 feet away, and he gets the jumper to drop. Bird's got 10 points in just the second half.
Rising to the occasion, he found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
On against Johnson. Here's McHale, and he banks in the layup. And Washington leads by 4.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Bird way outside from beyond the arc and then some. Bird's got 7 points for the quarter.
Seems like nothing bothers Larry Bird. He looks relaxed, scoring even in a high-stakes moment.
Ewing, and here's Davis for 3. Good, and it's Ewing with the assist that time.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Dumars kicks to Brown. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Ewing, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right after.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. George is checked in for Pierce. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free. The smoothest jumper in the game, Larry Bird, folks.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's the pass to Ewing. Back to Davis. Durant against George. Durant dishes to McHale. Got it!
Good pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Timeout called the Celtics. They're behind by 3. 9 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
And here's George for 3. Right between the eyes. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer. Washington calls timeout. It's tied at 73. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Davis. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. Overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And Washington has possession. Dumars is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Bird. Then it's Paul George. And Eaton in at the 5 spot.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Boston trailing. Brown the pass to Eaton. Back to Brown. Bird outside. 5 on the clock. Here's George. And McHale pulls it down. McHale's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The 3 from KD. That's in there. Davis with the assist. KD's got 22.
But when you need a bucket, he's your guy.
Brown outside. Dumars dishes to Bird. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. He's got 29 points.
Absolutely essential that they come right back and answer with that 3 of their own. And this gets the crowd energized.
Out to Ewing. Back to Davis. Johnson with the bounce pass. Durant. And Washington again with the bucket.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Dumars against Davis. Brown wide open. 85 on the 3 off target.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Ewing. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Now it's a 6-point Washington lead.
And how about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
Pass to Dumars. And now they trail by just 4.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
And an intentional foul right there. Austin making a switch here. Pierce is checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Bill Lambert's checked in for you. Washington calls timeout. They're leading by 4. 44 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Johnson in the corner. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
These are the kinds of shots that get Bird going. When he makes these contested shots, he enjoys talking some trash as well.
The 3 from Davis. Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 2. 19 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
At the line, Mark Eaton. At the line for 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one drops. He ties it up.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
And Brian Key wants to take a timeout.
For your Celtics youth dance team. Let's make some noise.
Here's KD. From the arc. Buries the triple.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so it's Washington who's straight by with the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Well, they probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA. Who's got the top of the king?